Subject is Science for Standard 9 and our current chapter is chapter number 6, Tissues. We have already started this chapter in the previous period and we discussed about the definition of tissue. What is tissue? So group of cells, they are similar in function, similar in structure and together work to achieve a particular function. Also, we have started the division of tissues, means types of tissues. There are animal tissue and plant tissue. There are two main types of tissues. Some tissues, they are particular in animals. Some tissue are particular in plants. Plant tissue and animal tissue. So tissues are divided into two groups, plant and animal. Again we have started in the plant tissue. This plant tissue again divided into the meristematic and permanent. What are meristematic? We already discussed that which are able to divide. Permanent tissue are not able to divide. Again meristematic tissues are divided into three groups. Apical, intercalary and lateral meristematic. We have discussed this point and also the functions of these three types, and also we have discussed through the figure which I have drawn on the board. Okay. After that, today our topic is permanent tissue. Permanent tissue means which are not able to divide. They are again divided into two groups. Simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent means there are only one type of cells and there are more than one type of cells. Means all the cells are of only one type. It's called simple permanent tissue. And the tissues which are having more than one type are called complex permanent tissue. It is simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissues are divided into again three types. Parenchyma, simple permanent, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. See the students, their pronunciations. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, they are having the cell wall which are not thick, they are having a thin cell wall, and there is a very less intercellular space. Now what is the intercellular space? Suppose this is the group of cells. So they are packed with each other. The space, there is no any space because their walls are very thin. So they are having the very less or negligible intercellular space. Thus we are talking about the parenchyma. They are having the different shapes, oval shape, circular in shape and also the polygonal in shape. Okay students, they are living cells and sclerenchyma are dead cells. So what is the difference between the living cell and the dead cell? So the tissues or cell which can be replaced by another cell are called living, and if the tissues or cells which cannot be replaced by other cells or tissue is called dead cells or tissues. So parenchyma are the living tissues and also they provide the mechanical strength. Now there are two subtypes of parenchyma. If the parenchyma possess the chlorophyll, then they are called chlorenchyma and they are responsible for the photosynthesis, means they do the photosynthesis. And if the parenchyma possess the air cavity inside it, then it is called arenchyma. Very important words these are, students. Arenchyma means parenchyma possess the air cavity inside the cells. and especially these are present in the aquatic plants, and due to this air cavity they float on the surface of the plant, just like lotus and other which float on the surface of the plant. So because they are having the air cavity, due to that their density decreases and they can easily float on the surface of the water. And parenchyma possess the chlorophyll. If parenchyma possess the chlorophyll, then they are called parenchyma, and then they do the activity of photosynthesis. They prepare the organic food. Parenchyma. They are also the living cells, and these cells provide the mechanical strength, and also their walls are thick. They are having large intercellular space. What is the meaning of intercellular space? Again I will repeat it here. Suppose these are the cells. They are of different types. So the space between the cell is called intercellular space. So the walls of this parenchyma are thick. Therefore, they are having the intercellular space at the between two cells. Now, sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are the dead cell students, and they are polygonal in shape, and also there is a large intercellular space, and it is packed up with the lignin. Okay, we will write everything. Students, don't get hesitate. Everything is easy. Just I am explaining the very simple points, because in your textbook the points which are given you will find it is very complicated. So we are here having this chart. Because of that, it will be easy for you to understand the types of the plant tissue, also their structure and their functions. Okay? And complex tissue, complex permanent tissue are xylem and phloem. Xylem tissue, which are responsible for conduction of water from root to the upper part of the body. We know the root sucks the water from the soil, and it is transported to the upper part of the plant by which? By xylem tissue. And along with water, they are responsible to transfer the minerals to the upper parts of the plant. And phloem tissue, they are responsible to transport the photosynthetic product, means food material. This is water. This is responsible for transport of water. This is responsible for transport of food material, photosynthetic food, which is prepared by the leaves, and it is transported to the other parts of the plants. Means from up, this is possible in upward and also the downward direction, and it is only upward direction because only the root sucks the water from the soil and is transported to the aerial part of the plant, and this is from due to the photosynthetic product they are responsible. So it is transported to the lower part and also the upper part. So this is just the outline of the plant tissue. Just note down this. I am giving you 2 minutes. Okay, students. Now keep this chart in your mind. I will rub it and we will write about the characteristic of parenchyma, then parenchyma, then sclerenchyma, then xylem, phloem. but where they are situated in the plant tissue, so you should have the just idea about it. This chart should be in your mind. Now I will rub this and you will write the characteristic of this and this, also xylem and also the phloem. In the previous session we discussed the properties of apical meristem, intercalary meristem and also the lateral meristem. Today we will discuss these characteristics, also these xylem and phloem. But you should know where are the xylem tissues are located in the chart of a plant tissue. So we are studying the plant tissue as well. So today we will finish this plant tissue, and in the next period we will start with the animal tissue. Okay students, again page number 71. Here figure A1 and A2 are of the parenchyma. So you can see here their walls are very thin and there is no intercellular space. These two figures, this and this. So this is the cross section, transverse cross section. Means when we cut the plant tissue like this in order, it is called transverse. So when we see from the microscope, the picture is like this. And this is the longitudinal section. Means we cut the plant stem or branch like this. So the picture is like this. So these two figures are of parenchyma. Again see, collenchyma. This is transverse section, this is longitudinal sections. In transverse section you can see there is an intercellular space much in between two cells, and here you can see the walls are thick of cell. Number 3, sclerenchyma. This is sclerenchyma transverse section and this is the sclerenchyma, the longitudinal sections. So students, these are the 3 types of the plant tissues, their transverse section and also their longitudinal sections. So always keep in mind these types of plant tissue. We will write the characteristic of this plant tissue one by one. Students, I am giving you this characteristic in very easy way. From here you have to learn these characteristics and also write and learn. Keep learning students. Also regularly prepare your file books. From here, which characteristic I am giving you, so learn that they are very easy and almost all points are covered in it. Okay. Now number 1, parenchyma. We will write all the characteristics of parenchyma. What are the parenchyma? They are simple permanent tissue. What is simple permanent tissue? Means they are made up of only one type of cells. So characteristic I am giving you here. You have to just write that and learn them. Parenchyma is a living tissue told you, what are living tissue? The tissue which can be replaced. They are living tissue. Number 2. Parenchyma cells are thin walled, oval shape, spherical means round shape, or polygonal in shape. This is the second characteristic. They have, just note down this. Large intercellular number 4. Function of parenchyma is to store and storage and support. So this much characteristics, students, we have to remember. Just note down this. Okay. There are 2 types of parenchyma cells. Their modifications, we can say. As I told you, there are 2 modifications: chlorenchyma and arenchyma. We have discussed this point, students. Chlorenchyma they possess chlorophyll and perform and therefore can perform photosynthesis. So parenchyma, if they possess the chlorophyll, they are called chlorenchyma, and they can perform the activity of or function of photosynthesis. Okay. One more is remaining, arenchyma. I will write it here, students. Suppose we can say this is A, and here second modification, arenchyma. large air cavities. Mostly in the aquatic plants. Note down the students. So this is aquatic. Okay. Now we discuss the characteristic of collenchyma. Another type of simple permanent tissue. Okay. Collenchyma is a living tissue. Number 2, they are elongated. Collenchyma are elongated in shape. Number 3, they have very little intercellular space. They are thickened. We have discussed all the points at the corner. And last one, they give mechanical support. And flexibility to various parts of plant. These are also the simple permanent tissue. They are living tissue. Collenchyma are elongated in shape. They have very little intercellular space. They are thickened at the corner. They give, you can mechanical support and flexibility to the various part of the plant. Now students, third type is clearance type. Okay students, so about the sclerenchyma and xylem and phloem we will discuss in next session students. So now time for homework. Draw all figures of page 71 and write characteristics of parenchyma and collenchyma. Okay students, we will meet in the next session. Bye, take care, just do this homework.